Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with my March 2020 budget video. It's been a couple of weeks since I've uploaded a video. I recorded a video for February, but I didn't have time to edit it. Actually, I didn't make time to edit it, so I want to be more consistent, so I will be back with an April budget video, even though that's the month that I'm getting married. Yay, me! So, today what I wanted to do was just go over what my March budget is. This will be my last budget as a single woman, God willing. So, it's kind of bittersweet because we're going to see some things change. But I'm so excited for the future. And as things are winding down to the actual day, it's getting a little hectic. So, I need to make time to really focus on my budget and make sure that I'm going into this marriage well prepared to track our finances. So let's get started. So first I'm going to start with my income, and I'm going to say paycheck 1, and that is my salary, and that is $2,007. Next I'm going to do paycheck 2, and it's $2,000 and $2,007. And that is a total of $4,014. So hopefully I want to say the end of April, early May, I will have a salary increase. So I'm really looking forward to that because that'll definitely help being a newlywed. But I plan to keep my budget pretty much the same. I'm going to just keep $2,007 twice a month. That way, when I switch over to my new healthcare, it won't be so much as a shock because with the salary increase, it'll go up, but then it'll come right back down once I start paying for this different healthcare. So just going to keep it there at $4,014 a month as my salary, split into 2 paychecks. Moving on, I'm going to do my fixed expenses, starting off with rent, which is $975. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. I'm still recording on my phone. Alright, so my rent is $975, and I split the rent with my fiance, so going forward, it'll just show the full rent because I'm going to be doing our entire budget together. So that'll be fun. Moving on to my student loan, which is $576.35. Oop. I have a change that I want to implement. Okay. Always good to have whiteout. So this is a recent change. I am not putting $576.35 anymore because what I want to do is just round up the numbers because it makes the math a little easier, and for tracking purposes, what I learned in February is I need to keep things super simple. Like, it doesn't need to be that complex, and for some reason adding like cents makes things a little complicated when you're trying to track expenses. So I'm gonna keep it at $577 flat. So that's a slight change from last month and the month before. Moving on to my car payment. And that is $468. Next we have my tithe. And I am budgeting $300. Next we have my car insurance. I am budgeting $126 flat. Next, we have subscriptions. And that is $38. And then last but not least, actually it is the least, is my internet bill, just $26. And I split that with my fiance, so next month it'll be the full $52 on my budget spreadsheet. And yeah, making sure that I have everything here. I have 7 fixed expenses. Yep, they're all right. So for the month of March, my total fixed expenses is $2,510 flat. Cool. Moving on to my variable expenses. And this is where it gets really fun. Every month they've changed so far as far as categories, but I think I've gotten more of a handle on what my categories mean. And my main ones are going to be, gas, food, utilities. But I did throw in some new ones this month, so let's get into that. So first I'm going to have gas. And I've been consistent with my gas spending, so I'm going to have $190 budgeted for gas. Next, we're going to have food. And I'm going to budget $300 for food. In my personal breakdown to explain what my categories mean to me, the $300 for food is broken up into $220 for groceries and then $80 for any date nights eating out. And that just helps me internally to realize how much money I need to be spending where. And when I do my cash envelopes, I do split them in between grocery and eating out. So for the sake of my budget and keeping it simple, I just put the whole $300 here and keep food as one category. Moving on to utilities. So in January and February, I budgeted $120 for utilities. And now that we've been living in this house for a couple months, I realized that that is not sufficient, even paying half of the utilities. We recently realized there was something wrong with our air conditioning unit. So our electric bill was so high and we could not figure out why, and turned out to be the air conditioning unit. There was something that we weren't setting right. Yeah, we figured that out. So next month, my utility budget may not be so high because we would have figured out how to manage our utilities a little better. The water so far has been fine, but electric specifically has been super high the last 3 months. 4 months? Yeah, 4 months. And now we figured out why. So the reason why it's high this month is because this bill is going to be ridiculous. So my half, I am budgeting $200 for utilities, and that is electric, water, and sewage. Moving on, for my allowance, I am budgeting, again, $200. And what my allowance is my nails, any beauty products that I use, clothing, and my fun money to use for the rest of the month. So yeah, I'm pretty consistent with my allowance so far. My nails usually cost the same. My hair products, I no longer use DevaCurl, so I'm spending a lot less on hair products, so I feel pretty confident that I can keep to the $200 this month. Moving on to toiletries. And I always feel like I spell that wrong. But I am budgeting $120 for toiletries. And that pretty much is just any toiletries that I buy for the entire house. I don't really need anything personally. because in February I bought a lot of toiletries that should last me another month or two, like lotion, bath wash, stuff like that. So I'm still going to budget for it, and any money that I don't use, I'm going to just put back into my cash envelopes. And hopefully next month I will be able to show you guys what my cash envelopes and dividers look like, in case you guys want some inspiration. And also I plan to do a DIY video for how to make your own vinyl cash envelopes, because it is so hard to find a video where someone just blatantly tells you point blank, this is how you make a cash envelope with vinyl. Like, other people show you how to make cash envelopes with like paper, but this new vinyl cash envelope craze, people are very secretive with how they're showing how they're making their cash envelopes and cash dividers. So I just want to help people out, because the price of cash envelopes on Etsy is ridiculous, Etsy and Instagram. So I think it would be really helpful to show people, hey, you can make your own cash envelopes for cheaper. This is how. And of course, the startup price may be a tad bit high, but if you're willing to just have plain cash envelopes, it'll be super easy. So that's one of the videos that I plan to record in the future. And I said all that to say that for my cash envelopes, things like toiletries, allowance, and my utilities are all cash, and they all go in those envelopes. So that'll be coming soon. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. It's going to be up regardless, but let me know if you're interested. Moving on to my miscellaneous expenses. This is something that has been missing from my budget for months. I have been doing what's like an unbudgeted category, and I just don't like the negative connotation that unbudgeted has. So miscellaneous just sounds a little better to me. I've moved from unbudgeted to other expenses, back to unbudgeted expenses, and now I'm on miscellaneous because it makes the most sense for me. Like, this is the catch-all for things that you didn't anticipate, but you know are coming up, but you maybe forgot about. I'm going to budget $100. And what I hope this will cover is any birthdays that I forgot, any company outings that I forgot are coming up, any events that are spontaneous with friends or family that I didn't plan for. Hopefully this $100 that I'm setting aside will go towards that. And if I don't end up spending it, it will go into my cash envelopes. So miscellaneous spending over here, like that category, is probably going to stay going forward. My last category is living expenses. So this is also a fairly new category, and what this is anything that I need to buy for the house, any date night activities, so living, like entertainment, things for the house. Pretty much anything else is going to go into this living expenses category. And outside of food, of course, and outside of my allowance, this is more like me and my fiance. This is our money to spend on each other, to do things, to enjoy life. And I thought this category was very important, because sometimes when you're budgeting, you get really down, not so much depressed, but you realize how deep in debt you are, and how much money you have but you don't have because you have so many expenses, and you forget that you still need to enjoy life. It might not be a very expensive outing, but setting aside $20 a week or $40 a week to do something that's constructive but also fun, that makes you feel alive, that connects you as a couple, is really important. So I really wanted to set aside kind of like a couple's allowance, like stuff that I can use on us. So I've budgeted $140 for date night activities, so like going to the movies or going to an event. I really want to take my fiance to a comedy club. That's one thing that we've never done. Or even like going to Sky Zone would be a really great idea. Like we keep talking about that we're gonna go to Sky Zone, I think for the past 3 years, and we still haven't gone. And I love trampoline parks, but it needs to be budgeted, which is why it's in this category. So I'm really excited to add these last two expenses here. And that is it for my variable expenses. So I'm gonna go ahead and tally this all up. And total, my variable expenses is $1,250 flat. So I've done my fixed and variable expenses. So right now I'm going to total everything up to say how much I am spending out of my income and what I have left over. So my expenses minus my income, I should have $254 left over for this month. So what I'm going to do with this $254 is plan my sinking funds at the bottom of this page. And there's not a whole lot of sinking funds right now because I'm still building. But what I'm going to do down here is put sinking funds. And I don't have a cute little sticker for that yet, but I plan to start making my own stickers soon that are cute. And that will be one of them for my sinking funds. And it may be a new page in the next few months. Anywho, so my first sinking fund is going to be for my healthcare. And this is just to save for when I switch over my healthcare plan, which I mentioned earlier. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, so I just want to be a little proactive. And I'm going to budget $40. Right. Next, I'm going to have a savings category. And this is going to be a catch-all for like maintenance because I haven't made the cash envelopes for the new categories I'm thinking of. So when I say savings, I'm thinking like maintenance, yearly subscription fees, stuff like that. And I'm going to budget $54. So I have $94 right there. Next, I'm going to do my snowball. And I'm only budgeting $140 this month with it, which is twice my minimum payment for my smallest debt. So it's not as much extra as I would like, but I am getting married like literally next month, and money's tight as we finish up paying the vendors and stuff. So I'm just gonna do as much as I can, even if it seems like a little. Like last month, I only put $126 towards my smallest debt. So my sinking fund plan is to put $140 and save it up throughout the month, and then pay $140 at the end of the month towards my smallest debt. Moving on, my last one is Christmas. Right. So Christmas comes up every year, and for some reason I never plan for it. I'm always tight for money in December, so to alleviate the stress, I'm going to start adding some money here and there over the months. And for my sinking fund, I want to start with $20 towards Christmas. All right, so recapping. Healthcare, I'm going to aim for $40 in my sinking fund. Savings, $54, that's for maintenance and yearly subscription fees like Amazon, saving towards that. Snowball, $140 towards my smallest debt, which happens to be my student loan. I have no consumer debt, just student loans. And then lastly, for Christmas, I'm going to save the last bit of my income, which is $20. And if I have anything left over from my variable expenses, I might try and make Christmas closer to $40 if I can cut from my miscellaneous or my living expenses. So that is my budget for the month of March. I am so happy and proud of myself for recording this video because literally everything was trying to stop me today from recording this video, down to me calculating my sinking funds. So I'm just really happy that I am back on my channel, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to recording more and showing you guys more of what I do as far as my cash envelopes and how to make them so that you can make them yourself and hopefully save you a little bit of money. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.